Hello there, and welcome along to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm, of course, George. Welcome along to the channel, everybody. It's a bit of a bumper show for you this, today. We're talking about international call-ups. We're talking about international roundups. We're talking about the retain list for Leeds United that came out last week. We're talking about the latest transfer rumours in and out of Leeds United. So it's all to come in this video, which I haven't been on for a few days. So that's why I'm trying to get it all in one, and then we can move on to a new week next week. We're calling it the Catch-Up Club, so welcome on to the Catch-Up Club. Grab a drink or whatever you're having, or whether you're having your tea or whatever you're having. Enjoy the show. Get involved in the comments if you want to. And here we go. So there we go. So a bit of music there to kick off with. So let's get going. And first of all, we're going to touch on probably the relative news straight away, which is, of course, Euro 2024 is coming up in Germany. That starts on this coming Friday, the 14th of June. Let me know if you want to, how you feel about England's chances. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I am, a bit disconnected from the English side. Don't really give a toss, actually, about how they are currently doing. So anyway, another of the British nations obviously have, introduced their squad for 2024 Euro Championship, and it is Scotland, and it is the captain Liam Cooper who has been selected for the Scottish national team to go to Germany. They, of course, kick off the tournament against host Germany on Friday, the 14th of June. And like I said, Liam Cooper has been selected. Now, Cooper was in the squad for the recent friendly games against Gibraltar and Finland. Gibraltar came on as a second-half substitute, but had to be replaced in the 77th minute due to a slight injury concern. He then was an unused substitute against Glenn Kamara's Finland. Glenn wasn't actually in the squad. He's in Japan, in Tokyo, by the look of it at the moment. Hopefully he's having a well-earned rest and enjoying what Tokyo has to offer. But Liam Cooper was an unused substitute in a game that finished 2-2 eventually. Finland came back from 2-0 down in this one at Hampden Park. But the take-home message is Liam Cooper seems to be a favourite of Steve Clarke, doesn't he? And he has found himself a spot on the plane to Germany for Scotland. Now, I think he's really the only representative we have at the Euros in terms of Leeds United players. Of course, there is Rasmus Christensen and Max Vober. A lot of people don't want to know about them in terms of a Leeds United career, but they are still Leeds United players as of the moment. So Christensen might actually come up against England, of course. Max Vober, let's see how he gets on as well. And when they've finished, let's see if they are involved at Leeds United next season. But yeah, as of the moment, if you want to say Cooper is, the one and only representative in there, like I said, Christensen and Vober as well. But some people don't want to know about those two. Also, Brendan Aronson in the Copa America, I think, will be involved in the American squad. Also, of course, still a member of the Leeds United contingent as of the moment. So also to talk about in the international arena then is Ethan Ampadu, who has been selected as captain for his nation. Wales, of course, they're playing as of the actually right now, the 1-0 down at half-time against Slovakia. Ethan Ampadu is captaining the side in the middle of a 5-man midfield, along with clubmate Dan James. He's on the right-hand side. Ampadu, has been capped. He's been capped 51 times by his country. Had a smashing season for Leeds in the end. Obviously, it failed in the end, but I expect him to be captain of our club next season a lot. Also, I said Lewin Cooper is a captain and will look like he's going to be. We'll speak about it in a bit, but he looks like he's been offered a new contract. But I do expect Ampadu to go ahead and continue his role as club captain. Cooper's there, but he's not really there, is he? I don't expect him to play much part in next season at all. And Ampadu will continue as captain. Like I said, the 1-0 down at the moment. Let's see if Ampadu can affect it in any other way. But we also have to speak about Wales in the terms of a young man who has got his full international debut. He's also on the bench in this game against Slovakia in Slovakia, and it's Charlie Crew. And we might see quite a lot of Charlie Crew next season. I think we probably will. He's a 17-year-old centre midfielder, and if anything's to go by, and he can take to the championship like Archie Gray did, like a duck to water, then we're in for something quite good, aren't we? Potentially, we could see a partnership of Crew and Gray in the centre of the midfield. Would be very inexperienced, but like I said, if he can take to it like Archie Gray did, then we're in for a real treat now. Charlie Crew did make his international debut, which is quite something, really. Hasn't played a senior game, I don't think, at all in his career as of yet. And he's found himself playing for his country before he's even played any professional football, is in essence. On as a 78th minute sub in a 0-0 draw in Gibraltar. Sorry, it was in Portugal on, I can't remember when it was, actually. It was a 0-0 draw. Dan James also came off the bench in the 60th minute of this one, but the take-home and, the headline message was that Charlie Crew, the 17-year-old, making his international debut. So let's hope big things are coming for Crew in this evening. He can join the Crew in terms of join the Crew in the squad for the 24-25 season. I'm sure Daniel Farke will give him a go in pre-season and see what he's made of. So we saw him on the bench for 3 games towards the end of last season, starting with the Easter Friday draw at Watford. Then he did play, he was on the bench and sampled the Ellen Road atmosphere for that 3-1 win over Hull City. And also, unfortunately, in our eyes, he was on the bench for that 4-0 thrashing in London. We need to get our own back on QPR, don't we, down in Shepherd's Bush next season? We really, really do. But let's wait and see what happens there. So also in international games, Junior Firpo played for the Dominican Republic. I think it was on Thursday evening. They lost in Jamaica, in Kingston, to Jamaica. Obviously, it was 1-0 to the Jamaican side. Junior Firpo, I think he played the whole game, and he's starting to get to grips now. Obviously, changed from Spain and to his country of his birth, Dominican Republic. I think that was something like his 3rd cap or something like that. So he hasn't played many, but he's starting to get going now in terms of playing for the country of his birth. Swapped very recently, did Junior, and yet he's played 3 games now. He's got 3 caps now for Dominican Republic that they lost in Jamaica. Also playing in that game, it's a smooth transition to the rumours round Leeds section here now, where we're talking about Bobby Decordova-Reid, who also played in this Jamaican Dominican Republic game on Thursday evening. Was it Thursday? Yes, it was. Bobby played the whole game. He missed a penalty in the second half of the match with Jamaica already 1-0 up. But Bobby Decordova-Reid, who's born in Bristol, of course, Jamaican descent, has been linked with Leeds United last week. I think it was Team Talk saying that Leeds are wanting the sort of forward player. Obviously, he's at Fulham at the moment. Impressed a little bit at Fulham last season. Had a sort of semi-decent season. 6 goals, 2 assists, including a goal at Anfield in that thrilling defeat 4-3 last season. But he's out of contract, and I think the contracts have taken a little bit of a stumbling block. So he's going to be on a free transfer, and people are reporting, along with Everton, that Leeds United are in the running for the 31-year-old signature. He can play. He can play right. He can play right wing or right midfield. Or right back. We did see him at right back as well, so he can play there as well. But we're interested in him. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. Personally, I think this one would be a decent signing, and he's good experience at both Championship and Premier League level. I know he's knocking on a little bit, but he's definitely got the know-how in this division, has been promoted from this division before, played in the Premier League for many times, many times, and and he's got 30 caps for his country, Jamaica, 6 goals, since making his debut in August of 2019. So let me know your thoughts on Bobby Decordova-Reid. Also on the lips of fans, last week, as it was now, was a man playing for Stuttgart, a Congolese international man by the name of Silas Katomba Muvampa, or just Silas in short. 25-year-old right winger, plays for Stuttgart, who had a fantastic season, finishing in 2nd position in the Champions League football for Stuttgart next season. But Silas is on the minds of Leeds United, along with quite a few other teams in England, some Premier League teams. I think Fulham have been mentioned as well. A fee of about £12 million. Daniel Farke is known to be quite a fan of this man. 5 goals, 2 assists for Stuttgart last season. Plays on the right wing primarily, but can also play on the left. Now, also liked by Leeds is a young man by the name of Dembele. He is he's an Englishman. Karamoko Dembele, brother of Sharik Dembele, who was relegated with Birmingham City last season. Played a good season for Birmingham. I remember him causing Leeds United some problems, particularly in that loss at St Andrews early in the season. Karamoko Dembele, 21-year-old attacking player, mainly as a centre mid actually, but can play as a 10 as well. And he was on loan at Blackpool last season. Plays for Brest in Ligue 1, but he's only had 18 appearances since arriving there from Celtic in July of 2022. Went on loan to Blackpool for the first half of last season, and he had a good time in Blackpool, to be fair. He managed 8 goals and 13 assists in all in just half a season. Very, very good, even at League One level. Also played in the FA Cup, got a goal in the FA Cup as well. Then went on back to Brest in League, just a 1 appearance for him in the end to finish off the season. Bit of an interesting character. Born in England, London, but moved to Scotland as a very, very young boy. Sort of grew up there, came through the Celtic Academy, only played 10 times for Celtic in the end before making the move to France in July of 2022. On loan at Blackpool, like I said, last season. 21-year-old. Again, there's a host of clubs said to be, wanting him, including several Premier League sides. It's a report coming out, I think, from France. So let's wait and see what happens with Karamoko Dembele, and let me know your thoughts. Any Blackpool fans watching this, how he was in the first half of last season? I'd be interested to know that. Also, we're just talking briefly about the retain list. I'm not going to go all the way through the retain list, but I'm going to just touch on it briefly. Obviously, we spoke about Cooper at the top of the show. he's been offered a new contract, as has Jamie Shackleton, as has Cody Drama, and so has Sam Byram. Sam Byram has triggered his, I think, 1-year extension to his contract. So there's no real surprises, I don't think, in people who have been not offered a deal. We already knew about Luke Ayling and Stuart Dallas. I think Danny van der Heuvel has gone, the young Dutch goalkeeper as well. And one or two other sort of younger players. Ian Pervader. I don't think there's that many really shocks. But I think a lot of people were shocked about the idea of giving Cooper, about the idea of giving Drama, about the idea of giving Jamie Shackleton new contracts. But that's the way it is. Let me know your thoughts on those in the comments there below. I'm not going to touch on it too tough, to be honest with you, but that's the way it goes. Also, just to end the video with a bit of nice news, I suppose. Former, obviously, cult man, legend player for Leeds United, Pablo Hernandez, the magician, El Magico. He has landed his first managerial role last week, I think it was, with Spanish side that he was playing with, wasn't he? Towards the end of his career now. Forgive me, I'm just trying to find it. Castillon, isn't it? Castillon? I think Castillon. He's managing, I think, their third team. So, yeah, he's managing their third team. It's his first managerial appointment. So good luck to Pablo in that venture. And maybe one day he'll be in the dugout at Ellen Road again, managing the team. That'd be pretty awesome, depending on how his managerial career goes. Obviously, cult hero, legendary player. Like I said, legendary player doesn't make him out to be a manager. But I think everybody was excited for Pablo when we heard that news. I know there was a lot of excitement going around on social media. So well done to Pablo on that one, and good luck to him in that venture. But also to say is thank you very much for sticking with me for all 17 minutes and 24 seconds of this video. Let me know your thoughts on on everything we've discussed in the video there down below. Like the video, of course, remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to. And I'll leave you with some music marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.